Hey everybody, it's Mike Freer here with On-Call Compliance Solutions, and I'm back with another compliance tip of the week. Today we're talking about DFARS, NIST SP 800-171, and CMMC, avoiding compliance headaches on your computers and local network by leveraging Azure Government Cloud virtual desktops. This is going to be a good one. So hey, if you're a defense contractor who's feeling overwhelmed, tired, and alone, trying to understand all of this DFARS, NIST SP 800-171, and CMMC compliance stuff, I've got great news for you. You found your home here at On-Call Compliance Solutions, where we can help you transform into your company's on-call compliance hero. Let's jump into it. So why make your life harder when you don't have to? Let's be honest, making your entire IT infrastructure compliant with NIST SP 800-171 in order to get CMMC level 2 certified or CMMC level 1 can be a logistical nightmare. I mean, it's a headache. Every laptop, desktop, server, router becomes an attack surface that your assessor is going to want to pick apart. What's the solution? Well, don't even let your local network or computers touch CUI. What an idea. Hey, this seems like pretty straightforward and easy, right? Just put it in a box. By using Azure Virtual Desktops, or AVD, in the Azure Government Cloud, you can centralize everything in a secure, compliant environment, making your network and local machines virtually invisible to the audit process. Again, there has been a memo and a law out there that basically states that any computer that is only being used to access another computer would not be considered in scope. So the beauty of Azure Government Cloud Virtual Desktops, what makes this setup magical for compliance? So CUI stays in the cloud, but not on your computer or your local network. Azure Government Cloud AVD ensures that your users only interact with controlled unclassified information through the cloud. So basically your computers are just nothing more than a keyboard, mouse, and monitor view of another computer. No sensitive data ever lands on the local device. The local PC becomes nothing more than a window and a dumb terminal, while all the heavy lifting is done in Azure's secure enclave that we already know is compliant as long as it's configured right, which no worries, On-Call can help with that. Think of it like this. Instead of storing gold at every branch location, you're keeping everything in Fort Knox and handing out periscopes so people can see it but never touch it. Let's talk about FedRAMP High and DoD IL4 and 5 compliance. The Azure Government Cloud meets FedRAMP High and DoD Impact Level 5 standards, again, in certain scenarios, Impact Level 4 in other scenarios, meaning it's already approved for handling the sensitive data you're working with, even if your sensitive data is more than CUI, even if it's ITAR, or let's say it's unclassified nuclear information. Again, there are some special configurations and things you have to do, but we know how to do that. This gives you a compliant foundation without you having to build your own secure data center or even just a secure network in your own office. So let's talk about how this helps you avoid local compliance issues. Well, the thing about making your local network compliant is you're dealing with endpoints that constantly move, connect to unknown networks, and could easily become unsecure if someone forgets a patch. Here's another concept. Well, what if a computer just simply breaks? Now you've got to go and reapply all of that compliance stuff to that machine. But when you use Azure Virtual Desktops, there's no more bring your own device worries. So this is another huge thing. Not only do you not have to worry about the computers in your office, but if you have employees that work from home or use their own devices, all of a sudden you have to worry about that either. Employees can access their virtual desktops from their own devices without worrying about CUI leaking to local storage. No insecure Wi-Fi issues, no worries. It doesn't matter if someone connects from their home or a coffee shop because the actual work is happening in Azure Government. The security controls follow the data, not the device. Now, what's so cool about that is the second that you go to connect to an Azure Virtual Desktop, you're connecting through an already secured and compliant tunnel. It's awesome. Analogy time. Imagine locking your valuables in a bank vault and giving people the keys to a glass viewing room instead of access to the vault. They can see everything, but they can't grab anything and take it. Avoid system security plan overload. For every device that handles CUI, you need to document its security measures in your system security plan, and this means detailed records on things like baseline configurations, patching schedules, multi-factor authentication enforcement, encryption policies. But by keeping everything within the Azure Virtual Desktops, your SSP can say, we just use Azure Government Cloud Virtual Desktops to meet all the applicable requirements, and all of a sudden you're inheriting Azure compliance for access control, or the AC family, controls like RBAC, right? You know, that is our role-based authentication. Audit logs, right? Azure automatically logs activity and provides evidence at a level your C3PAO assessor will love. Again, it's all just built into Azure, it just has to be configured. And cost savings and simplicity. Instead of spending thousands of dollars on configuring, securing, and maintaining each local machine, you only really need to pay for your virtual desktops. And because Azure Government, and by the way, with a virtual desktop, another really cool thing is we can set it up, and again, there's going to be people who go like, no, you can't, but yes, you can. You can set up one virtual desktop and have many users using it. as long as you have the right security configuration set up. If you don't know how to do it, the good news is we at OnCall can help you, and we know how to do it. So that means that now all of a sudden you can be paying for one Azure Virtual Desktop for every 5 or 10 users. And that is some awesome economy of scale. And again, because Azure Government Cloud scales unlimited, you can basically just pay as you use it or pay as you grow. Need only 5 virtual desktops today? No problem. Need 20 the next month? Cool, no problem. I can spin them up in minutes. Plus, since all the security patches and updates happen automatically and essentially in Azure, you don't need to worry about whether Jane in accounting forgot to run the latest Windows update before accessing sensitive files, or maybe somebody said no to an update, or maybe your patching software broke. Again, all these things can be done automatically in Azure Government and configured by us. Now, how can OnCall help you get this right? Azure Virtual Desktops sound like the easy button for CMMC, but setting them up for compliance still requires planning. That's where we come in. With our Virtual Compliance Officer service, we can go in and we can essentially assess what you've got, figure out what needs to be compliant where, and handle that. With our fully managed global IT services that are, again, fully DFARS, NIST, SP800-171 compliant. Again, we're up to the CMMC level 2 standards. We understand ITAR and EAR, no foreign, even UNNPI if you've got some nuclear stuff going on. Our guys get it, and we're complying with this stuff too. So we can help design your AVD setup so you inherit maximum compliance without missing key controls. Ensure your SSP documents align with your AVD configuration, because that's a huge thing you've got to watch out for. And of course, train your team on how to work securely within the virtual desktop environment. Training is huge. With OnCall by your side, you'll avoid unnecessary headaches and glide through your CMMC assessments like a pro. And again, have the peace of mind that it got done right. So hey, at OnCall, we take defense contractors just like you who've had this DFARS, NIST SP800-171, CMMC, ITAR, and EAR compliant stuff dropped in their laps like a seagull on a sunny day. We teach you how to level up and be a proper OnCall compliance hero for your company, eliminating gaps, gray areas, and getting this solved, all while showing you how to leverage compliance as your secret weapon to land more defense work, oh yeah baby, with higher profit margins. Now that's what becoming an OnCall compliance hero can do for you. If you're looking for more help getting compliant, our compliance experts are always on call for you. Visit cmmccompliancesecrets.com or check out the description below for links to get help right now. And if you love the content we're putting out here for you, help us out with a big thumbs up on that like button, or even better, you guessed it, smash that subscribe button right now. If you're watching our videos and you got some value out of this, hit that subscribe button so you can get the latest compliance content as soon as our compliance nerds roll it out. Until the next compliance tip, my friends, stay safe and secure out there. Hit us in the comments below to let us know what you'd like to know more about when it comes to information security and compliance. And I'll see you on the next one.